Welcome, the War Chief of Light is back with an epic video. Hi, my name's Peebiggy, but you lovely people are more than welcome to call me Peebs. And never in a moment did I ever think that I would be making a video about fried chicken. Here we are. So, I'm going to start out with the lesson up front and center, okay? It's right here. Final Fantasy XIV is not very good with merch or promotions. IRL. That's the big lesson. Whew. Now, big thank you to Jinx, actually. I'll have her video linked below. She is a, I believe it was either New Zealander or Australian living in Japan. So she's what gave a lot of nuance of what happened. And I'm not going to lie to you, I went down one hell of a rabbit hole after watching her video. So thank you so much. You're linked below. If you guys want the more nuanced conversation, go there. I'm going to start with my biases. So I am a North American player on a North American server, and I'm Canadian, not American. Now, I was around for the Grubhub, I think it's called? Yeah, Grubhub, where you could get the Eat Pizza emote, which was cute, adorable, loved it. However, I couldn't get that. Your girl's Canadian. And as a Canadian, I am used to not getting shit. Okay, because it's usually in the USA, they don't ship to Canada, or they ship exorbitantly. Listen, I'm used to that. It's fine. Okay. My understanding of Japanese culture is rudimentary. So very much outsider looking in. I know a little bit. I understand the relationship with KFC and like Christmas dinner. Got it. And I understand that it's a very loved brand over there. So as a North American, this looked like the collab of a lifetime. I mean, a brand that is loved, everyone loves their chicken, and Final Fantasy XIV, which most of their audience is in Japan. So win-win-win, right? Right? No, it didn't go well. I think you could have guessed that. And all of the problems they had are problems that they've had every other time they did something IRL tangible. Okay? Same problems. In fact, all of these problems, you could say the words FanFest, and it'd be the same thing. So what happened? You went to KFC, you got a specific meal. The meal looked great, nothing wrong with the meal. Listen, I like KFC, not gonna lie to you. And for those of you who are adults and enjoy your Saturday night quite well, I highly recommend a poutine with chicken the next day, because your hangover will go away. It's great. KFC's great. No one's complaining against KFC. The meal looked great. It came in a Moogle box. It had Moogle, it had a chocobo. It was cute as fuck. I loved that. Again, great. You got some stickers with it. And on the sticker was the code for the Eat Chicken emote. Which, I mean, neither here nor there. And plus, I'm Canadian. I'm used to not getting shit. So that's the promotion, okay? Now, it was very exclusive. 1. 2. It was released on a Wednesday, which knowing a little bit about the culture, I understand it's a very high workload culture. Wednesday wasn't it. Wednesday was middle of the work week. People were working. And 3, you could pre-order it. That's right, you get on your KFC app, pre-order the meal, and get it before everybody else did, before the store opened, and you got it and other people didn't. Now, this wasn't mentioned in the video, but I found a bunch of it on Twitter. There was also no limit on how much you could buy. Whew. So, again, if you've seen my FanFest video, the same problems. So, what are the problems? We got 5 of them. Stock. Obviously, they didn't have much stock. Not nearly enough to what was needed. 2, the methods of purchase. You could pre-order it. I mean, about it more in a minute. 3, date and time. I mean, Wednesday. That was your chosen date. Okay. 4, no limit. You had limited stock, but then you gave no limit to purchase. And 5, and what ends up happening when all the others aren't respected? Scalpers. That's right. They got scalped the fuck out of. And I mean, a bonus, other people in the world didn't get it, but listen, again, my maple syrup blood wasn't gonna get it, so Now, in Jinx's video, she said that stock wasn't a big deal to her because exclusivity is normal in Japan. They're very strict about it, and she's used to it. She goes to all kinds of exclusive events and enjoys it very much. We're going to argue that a little bit. So, yeah. Whew. And again, this is the same problem that happened at FanFest 1 through 5. The exact same issues. Exact. Okay? So to me, if you're repeating the problem, you're either A, not learning the lesson, or B, you really don't take the time to estimate what you need for this type of event. And I would argue that the KFC one is worse because you knew the audience. You've got the numbers. You understand the culture. You know when to launch things. You know how many people will buy it, give or take. A better percentage than Americans. So, a little bit more egregious. So, let's get into it one by one. So, 1, stock. Get more stock. I mean, come on. It's simple. It's a printed code. Literally, fire up the printers. This could have been solved in a week. No issues. Or another option, really, really simple. Set up a website. Here, put your barcode or something from the receipt. There, you get your emote. Problem solved. It is a in-game item. This isn't physical. This isn't a chocobo stuffy. All you needed to do was just print it. That's it. I mean, if there was enough stock, scalpers wouldn't have scalped it. I'm sorry. And in fact, that's true for every single point. If you would have solved any of these problems, except maybe when they launched it, you wouldn't have had scalpers. Because you can't resell if it ain't rare. That's the part that gets to me, though. This is an in-game item. This problem could have been fixed logically. Like, you don't even have to go to somewhere. Make a website. 2, method of purchase. Pre-order, really? Really? Come on. I mean, the easy way to fix that is limit the number of pre-orders. Like, you could only have 20,000 on pre-order, right? Like, give the people that went to the store directly still deserve to get it. But literally, to be sold out on pre-order. I mean, even in like these large sales of any other product, they reserve this much for the website, this much for in store. I don't know what to say to that. That really, really feels like a huge miss that was extremely easy to predict. 3, the launch time and dates. And again, we're going to go back to, I am ignorant to the Japanese culture of work. I understand that there's a heavy workload. I can't tell you what day you guys get off or what hours you guys get off. I don't know. I really don't. Okay? They do. Square Enix does. They do. And if they don't, they can Google it. But, I mean, they do. Why couldn't you do it on, example only, a Saturday? I understand it has to be done when the store opens so it can launch. But, like, pick the day when most people are off. It just seems to make more sense. But again, if you would have had more stock, you wouldn't have had to worry about that. 4, no limit. Now, again, ignorant on Japanese culture, that would have solved a lot of your problems. You guys know how big families are. You know what a typical order looks like. Or if you would have limited it to 2 meals per person, or 4 meals per pre-order, whatever the case may be, problem would have been solved. There wouldn't have been people buying 10 and 15, which yes, there are. That happened. You could have distributed the low stock amongst more people. And 5, scalpers. Again, solve any of the other 4 problems, you wouldn't have had scalpers. It's true. I'm sorry. It is. All in all, I think there's some lessons to be learned here. And I like third-party events. Some of them go really, really well. And while Jinx in her video says, listen, just keep it online, everybody gets it, I think that's a great idea, but I think we can actually push that a little further. I think there needs to be a lessons learned team looked at physical events like this, because it's not working. It's just not. Okay? But there's still some really good potential. I mean, Fall Guys, That's coming. Looks great. Not my cup of tea, but looks great. Final Fantasy 15. That was a fun event worldwide. And what happens if you would have had it on sale on your website at the same time, or on Steam, or whatever? You can make financial collaborations and it work. Here's an idea that I randomly thought of. Like, what happens if we would have a Final Fantasy 16 collab? Think about it. You get maybe a card, maybe like meet one of the characters in game, maybe a glam, and then have people link their PSN, and if Final Fantasy 16 is in the list, give them a pet Torgal. You're promoting sale of your game. You don't have to have non-financial collabs, right? I'm not against that. They just need to be done a little bit smarter. I think that's the big lessons here. Deep down, I don't think the intentions were poor. I think KFC and Final Fantasy XIV is a match made in heaven. I do think they need to sit back and learn the lessons from physical collabs, from FanFest, and now from this, and really take it back, put it through the think tank, come back with something a little bit better. That's what I think. Let me know what you guys think, even if just about the event, because I mean, did you guys expect KFC event? Not me. I won't lie. Either way, let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, listen, there's all kinds like this that get just as nerdy, get just as silly, and some of them, you never know. Subscribe, ring the bell, follow me on socials, literally War Chief Peeps, everywhere, every fucking where. Okay? In the meantime, have a legendary night. Thanks so much for being here, and I can't wait to see you guys again on the next one. Bye! If you guys are bored, I'm going to give you guys some homework, okay? Go to a website where you like to buy shit. Okay, anywhere, even Amazon. Look up what the Canadian version of these sites look like, how much they cost to ship, or even if they fucking ship to Canada at all. Yeah. We like stuff too, okay? Jesus. Maybe I'm a little